we vote. They saw big, nothing. Yeah, when they pop at all, they wasting water on her. You can't even say, oh my, your sorry, yeah, so for something here, so you buy your show. Nothing they can do because we finish vote for them. Yo, they all right now. They all right now. I'm happy, more than happy. I tell government, thank you, Google.
Why must Jerry fight me if I have not fought him since we've been here for the 6 years?
So with this complaint of how the relationship might come to the working relationship between you and your boss of life.
It had not been cordial since this new government took place. I have been like torn into his flesh. And I have no thought on that. I am not even thinking about that. I am not looking for this position. The person who come here, that different person, he or she is a citizen from here.
You want to be welcome, bring a damn welcome. Don't be speaking or thinking whatever they listen.
But the welcome call is not intended just for you.
But the other thing is mine. The other thing is for me. Bring it. I know it's not coming. There's not a way to bring welcome. You go through processes, legal processes. You don't talk about things on the phone when you see me.
People are involved in racial security. This time, people going around embarrassing us, coming to our house, shaking window, entering us to take our children and slaughter them for their own benefit. It is not easy. We cannot go on the farm now. Our children cannot go in our farm, at least to time for us to get food. So we just by ourselves, we spend a whole day in the town. Nobody to take care of our children. Our men go on the farm to tell our we man the children. The way we used to go on the farm, at least to get cassava, for the children to eat nothing. The people here, they took that money, they all around embarrassing us. So we call y'all to let the public to know that what going on here can we, and they will kill us, then the whole world know that they cannot see going on here can we.
It's a confusion.
Oh yes, it is another glorious day, and we want to say again, good afternoon, folks, and welcome to the February 14, 2025 edition of Talking Point here on Radio Saclepea FM 101.5, and of course your premier online television, Nimba D-9 TV. I want to say thanks to all of you who have joined us on the Facebook page. Austin, that should be not why he's following us live from Elfie Lakrazi, and Jonathan Sari is also following us from Habel Firestone, Magibbi County. I want to say thanks to you guys for following, and just click on the share button. One may have the thought that for those that are following on the Facebook page, they will say, always it is Uriah and Loon. Why is it that today we see another face? Yes, that is it. But that's it. At times we have to bring the voice of the news maker. Yeah, so welcome to Talking Point today. Today's edition will be very exclusive as we will be playing host to a prominent son of District number 7, Nimba County. He may call himself name. He will introduce himself better because I don't know him more than he do. So, Chris, good afternoon. Welcome to Talking Point.
Yeah, good afternoon, and Uriah. Good afternoon to the public and the audience who honor my voice this afternoon, and good afternoon to our people and the citizens of Electoral District number 7 and the citizens of Nimba at large. My name is Chris Luoyea, a permanent son of Electoral District number 7 who hail from Begua to be perceived and residing in Saclepea City, Nimba County.
And that's it. It's going to be a quite fascinating one here this afternoon on Talking Point. And of course, let me say welcome to Jonathan Conan, who is also following us live from a Saclepea Gondom community resident. I want to say welcome. And let me use this media as well to say happy Valentine's Day to all of you, all of our loved ones, our mothers, our fathers, brothers, sisters. Let me say happy Valentine's Day to all of us, as Valentine's Day is observed as a day of love. So let me say happy Valentine's Day to all of you. You might be my brother, you might be my sister, you might be, Matthew Tia is also following on and say good morning. I want to Matthew joining us from America. All right. So that's it. Like I said, you might be our brother, sister, or one of you. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Today, as expected, Chris is a very intellectual guy. The man is intellectually strong. And today we decided to play host to him. Now all of the day will come, we'll be discussing issue alone. At time we have to bring you guys on the platform to get your own thoughts of things that have been happening in the country, in the county, in the district, and in our own surrounding as well. We love to say welcome. It's going to be a pleasure. Yeah, just invite someone to listen. If you are following by way of Radio Saclepea, and if you are following by way of Nimba D-9 TV, just share the live with others in your video chat rooms, and then we're going to have a wonderful discussion here today. Let's take the theme song, and we'll be back to draft you through here this afternoon on Talking Point.
That's it. And for now, Jan Troy is one of those men, and we're making it.
Yeah, there are so many
there are so many happenings in our community and country. Yeah. So today, welcome back, folks. Today we're going to be looking at so many issues, especially issues that have been going on in the Capitol building in Monrovia, issue that have also been affecting our community, our district. Abba Wonsajapa is our very much strong boss. He is following us from FDA Junction Bell. Thank you so much, Abba. And G. Milton Gabi Dolo is also watching us from Banga. Nimba Reputable Gona Kese is also following us live from Banga Bon County. Thanks to all of you, gentlemen. Let's share the screen. So today we are in conversation with Chris. As we'll be looking at the issue that is currently ongoing in the Capitol building with the Rule of Law Caucus and the majority bloc. We're going to be looking at that issue because there was a threat towards the Rule of Law Caucus members that if they doesn't go for section, definitely they will be suspended as per Rule number 21, verse 19 in our Constitution. It revealed that if a representative or anyone in a house refuses to go for section, should definitely be suspended, because that's the reason for which the Liberian people elected you, and you are obligated to go there and serve them. So we're going to be looking at that, especially with the chairman of the Rule of Law Caucus, Honorable Musa Hassan Beleti, who have been out of session. And to our surprise, there was a previous statement for him that he won't sit under the current speaker because the speaker is or illegally went into power. So definitely he won't sit under the current speaker. And not just Representative Musa Hassan Benete, but most of those members of the Rule of Law Caucus. Today we're going to be discussing that. And all of that, they are not going for caucus. But information after an interview with one of our colleagues from Spoon, it revealed that they have been taking pay or salary all those while after not being going for section. They have been taking pay after they are referred to the Kunle administration as an illegal administration that went in power by force. Let's say a junta, for example, and they are not going to sit under them, but definitely was surprised. And some of them went in this going session, read that name on the listing, or sat in the session and was pronounced present before leaving to go. As we have been observing this, it also bringing, let's say, some disadvantage and advantages to the district. For example, the Saclepea Comprehensive Health Center budget the issue of the Saclepea Comprehensive Health Center budget, which are being reduced due to the representative not going into caucus. And of course, you won't be out of caucus and expect others to advocate on things pertaining or regarding your district. That is not going to happen, for example. So Chris, who is one of the prominent sons of the district, we deem it necessary to invite him in studio this afternoon, as we'll be exclusively looking at that. Chris, welcome to the show. What's your own take on this issue that is currently ongoing between the Rule of Law Caucus and the majority bloc?
Thank you ever so much, Uriah Goa. And let me say thank you for the layout. But before I proceed, I would like to dive into the genesis of what led to this today.
Yeah, that would be very important.
As you may recall, last year, October, there was a group of lawmakers who signed a resolution. And that resolution was signed. Speaker Kofa, now former Speaker of the Republic of Liberia, was out of the country. And the rule says when the Speaker, and our law say, when the Speaker of the House of Representatives is away, the Deputy Speaker automatically presume the office of the Speaker and carry on the day-to-day activities of the legislature, especially the House of Representatives. So when the resolution was signed, you may recall, and there are video recording, that those lawmakers took the resolution to the House of Parliament, the House of Representatives. To our utmost surprise, they were prevented from entering their main chambers, the working site of the legislature.
Yeah.
On ground that perhaps there was information received on behalf of former Speaker Kofa that those guys were wanting to remove him. So he instructed the life of Representative Marvin Cole, the life of Papi Flomo, the life of Desi Sibo, and the rest of the people. They began to disturb. Based on that disturbancy, the majority bloc who wrote the petition, who signed onto the resolution, decided to move in the main chamber, the joint chamber of the National Legislature. And they were there throughout, making business on behalf of the Liberian people. When Folante Kofa, former Speaker Folante Kofa came to the country, we expected him to have put that particular issues under control, but to no avail. And subsequently, it led to the election of Speaker Richard Nangbe-Kun. When Speaker Richard Nangbe-Kun was elected as Speaker, there were a group of people who said, we are with Folante Kofa. We are not going to sit under you. And they did that for a while. After that was done, Uriah, they decided to stay away from session from October. They stay away from session from October. But the good thing is that the Liberian people business were being carried out by the majority. I think you may recall that the case was taken to Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And that very well clear. The Supreme Court bench mentioned Article 33. We spoke about quorum. And then the Supreme Court bench mentioned about Article 49. We spoke about if you want to remove a speaker, there should be a 49 or above. And there are two ways you can do that. You either do that by resolution. And the petition, the resolution that was presented by the majority bloc lawyer at the time to the Supreme Court, that resolution, if you see the copy of the resolution, it requires 50. It has 50 lawmakers' signature. So now, the resolution have gone above 49. We know other people try to say we are not part of it. But what were you thinking about when you were signing onto that resolution? These are some of the questions. So subsequently, the Supreme Court ruled and said, well, you can go back to your house and issue your own house. And solve the issues in your own house. That was the ruling.
Yeah.
Now, I also want you to know that our Liberia Constitution, from stage grade, I learned that it have 3 distinct branches of government. And it prohibits the other branches of government interfering with the work of the other branches of government. That is, the legislature has an exclusive function. The legislature, which is the House of Representatives and the House of Senate, cannot suggest to the Supreme Court of Liberia as to what to be done. The same way the Supreme Court of Liberia and the judiciary branch cannot suggest to the legislature as to what to be done as per the separation or the doctrine of the separation of power.
Yeah, indeed.
Now, this is what I want us to understand. After that ruling, I think it was after the ruling that the speaker was elected. I hear people saying there was no election and this, that. The same rules of the legislature say if the speaker is removed within 60 days, that within that can be 1 day, it can be 30 minutes. Once it falls within that 60 days, election can be carried out. And we saw there was a nomination made. Speaker Reggie Nambekun was nominated, and there was no one to contest with him, and he won on white ballot. From that time, he had been recognized by the executive, he had been recognized by the House of Senate, and the Liberian people, what is going on. But more interestingly, what got me to come to studio this afternoon is that we have our representative that was elected by every one of us to represent the interests of the people. When I say the interests of the people, it's the people of District Number 7. I want to sincerely appeal to our representative to start listening to ill advices and put the district first, because the district is above every one of us. Now, the reason people elect representative is that where you will not be able to reach, your representative will be able to go there and take information from there and bring it back to you who sent that identical representative. From that time, our representatives have been out of session. Even with the passage of the 2025 national budget, our representative was not available. You know that effect on the district? It led to the cutting down of the comprehensive budget. It affected the Ban Health Center. Did you listen to the representative of Electoral District Number 6 when he was giving a report? Almost all of the small clinics in Electoral District Number 6 were captured under the 2025 national budget. Why is it that petrol clinic was not captured? Why is it that black clinic was not captured? It is because our representative have refused to appear in session to do the work of the people of District Number 7. Based on that, the trickle-down effect is on the people of District Number 7, not those who working with him. Like a little bit, sometimes after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, they will get paid down. The old man who's sitting in Yasen, for example, that voted for the representative to make sure and advocate that medicine come to the comprehensive, that medicine go to the Ban Health Center, that pay to clean the be catch on the national budget. These are people that are being affected with the action of the representative. Yesterday we witnessed that show, and here is my contention. You have a representative who said, "I will not recognize Speaker Richard Nangbekong present. I mean, I will not sit on this gavel." But interestingly, yesterday he went for session. When he went for session, he was there when the chief clerk called the roll, the attendance, and he said, "Present, you are my present." The agenda was read, and he raises his hand. He said, "I want to make an amendment. And as per the procedure of the House of Representative, before Uriah speak, you must recognize the presiding and the co-presiding."
Of course, yeah.
Which he did before asking for amendment. When that amendment was objected to, he decided to leave. He left the house. He went and have a press conference that will never sit on the gavel. In fact, will not recognize. But have you not know that you are done the recognition already? When you say Mr. Presiding, Mr. Co-Presiding. So which cup our representative want us to drink in? Is it the cup of ignorance or the cup of how you call it, hypopolisher? So we are saying, Mr. Belede, Honorable Belede, you were elected by the people of electoral district number 7 to do a piece of job. Legislative matters are pursued through the flow of the legislature. Please go to session, put your issue through the flow of the legislature, convince your colleagues. If the majority agree with you, if you have that capacity to have the majority, you can have Speaker Richard Nangbekong out. But setting out and wanting to do what is not possible, sitting out there, the only effect will be on the people of electoral district number 7. That which we know it have a greater effect. If you have a legislative issues, go through the legislative flow, put your issue forward, let's fight it on the floor. If you succeed, definitely your voice will be heard. But sitting on the fence, Uriah Goa, and not facing the people you claim to say you are not recognizing, how will your voice be heard? Or is Mr. Belede thinking that the Supreme Court can suggest to the legislature as to what will be done in terms of the House procedure? Then I think you got to go back and read the Constitution, because the Constitution was clear about separation of power. So they got 3 distinct branches. So we are saying, we are sincerely appealing to our honorable. You need to go to work to represent our people. For your absent, not going to work has led to our district budget being cut down. For your absent, not going to work have affected the lives of our people, because the health center that's ought to be equipped will not be equipped. The doctors will now struggle to have medicine, to have all those things to the hospital because of their absence. So we are saying, look, Funati Kofa was elected as representative in Grand Creek County. That's why our representative was elected in district number 7 in Nimba County. Both of them went there to represent the interests of their constituency. Our ability did not campaign that I am going to represent the interests of Funati Kofa. He campaigned on the basis of representing the interests of electoral district number 7. So why will you mind Funati Kofa?
So Chris, are you saying, yeah, they're coming,
and wanting to disregard the interest of the people? So we are saying it is unacceptable. You are saying Speaker Richard Nangbekun is illegitimate, is illegitimate. Now, here is another contention. Speaker Richard Nangbekun is illegitimate. If you want us to buy your idea, why is it that this illegitimate man is processing an illegitimate salary, an illegitimate gas leave, and all the benefits, and you are getting all those illegitimate benefits? You are not rejecting it and tell the people and the world that I will not take this salary because this man is illegitimate. You see the hypocrisy? So you go behind the scene, you get what belongs to you, you neglect the interests of the people, and then come on the public and flatter yourself as though you are the best. And to just make a point clear, there is no law in the Republic of Liberia or statute that establish rule of law caucus. That is a self-proclaimed caucus. It is not recognized.
But they are saying they are going by the law.
Which law?
The Constitution of Liberia.
The Constitution of Liberia gave exclusive power to the legislature to proceed in their house matter. That's why the Chief Justice and the justices of the Supreme Court told them you can go back and settle your own issue. So what are you still waiting for? Are you waiting for the Supreme Court to tell Speaker Richard Nangbekun, move on to that seat, you go stay down there? Is that what you want? So we are telling you, people should start joking around here, Uriah. Liberia have a speaker, and that speaker is Richard Nangbekun. Are you aware that Speaker Richard Nangbekun was representing the parliament in Morocco the 5th time when he went with delegates from the House of Legislature? Are you aware that this speaker, it was under the speaker press view that the national case was passed? Are you aware that this speaker presided over the SONA? So what are we talking about? So the only thing I want you as a journalist and the other concerned people of the Electoral District number 7 to do is for us to advise our representative to go to job. We don't want to go to a point where people will be expelled, people will be suspended. That will not bring no glory to the district. Or if Chairman Bedete is saying, I will not recognize this person, then it will be prudent enough to resign from the district as district representative and give the post to other people who are willing to serve the interests of our people. That would be the solution. But you cannot be holding onto the position, failing to go to work, yet going behind the scene, getting the salary and the benefit you have, and then coming to the public, presenting yourself as though you are the best person. We are saying no, it is the highest hypocrisy that an individual will ever do to the people that elected them to serve. So I am telling you, I have come sincerely this afternoon to appeal to our representative. He never went to represent Funanti Kofa. Funanti Kofa had been removed, yet now we have a speaker. The speaker is Richard Nangbekun. If you have problem with Speaker Richard Nangbekun, go on the floor, sit on Speaker Richard Nangbekun, pursue the legislative agenda. If you have the capacity to have the majority on your side, you can remove Speaker Richard Nangbekun the same way. But to say I will not go to where it will never help you and it will never help the district.
All right, so folks, we want to say welcome to Talking Point. If you are just joining us, it's a pleasure having all of you on Talking Point this afternoon as we play host to Chris Luoyea. Let's get some comments before going further and before declaring the phone line open here this afternoon. Roosevelt Innovative Davis is following us from Ganta. Jomazin W. Davis say, good afternoon, guys. Dexin Danga say, good afternoon, guys. I'm following from Sonically. Fred Gunner is following from Duper Road Community. And of course, Abbott Yakpa say, let your studio guests be exact to the point. Do he has evidence of the instructions given by Speaker Kofa to his colleague about preventing the majority bloc from entering session.
Is this question?
Nathan Kebe says, I'm following you guys from Congo Town Peace Aslan. And of course, Senior Darlington PSA following from Zikepa. And of course, if we're gonna say, please post the number, let me call, yeah. And Matthew Tia says, good afternoon, guys. I'm following you guys live from Saclepea Christian Community. You are saying the fact, but let's remember that District 7 is good at making representative 110 representative. So let him continue to be doing his own thing. And of course, Milton Gabi Dro is asking for the number. Delton Rudin Sandro Jr., that's the second, is also following us live. The man is following us from Jigen Papa. He's saying, do it. And Toke El Afres is also following us live from Tapeta. Gentlemen, let's share the screen. Because before going to the question, or before going to the phone line, I'm getting your point that the representative should forget about what is going on in the 55th legislature and instead put the interest of the district first. That's my formal advocacy. But the representative have a point on ground that the speaker was elected illegally, and that the resolution was not signed in the joint chamber. That is the point, and he is saying, along with other members, that will also bring a lot of problem. For example, the entire rule of law caucus refused to go to attend the State of Nation address, and now they are being the act of abandoning session. Most of them refuse to go for session on the ground that they cannot adhere to any decision from Speaker Kun. What's your own take on this particular issue?
You know, it is quite interesting. Let me firstly register this point. Like I said, and I want to repeat that. The rule of law caucus is a self-proclaimed organization. It is not by statute of law. But they are saying again. Yeah. I want to provide an information that there are members of the minority bloc who are currently in session. The life of Sumo Momba, the life of DJ Blue, the life of Ato Red. These are people who are a minority, but they are in session because they know, in fact, this Sumo Momba, the representative, the message for the interest of my district and the people, the Liberian people were got to go on. And he went. One of the representatives, like Representative Mama Briggs, said if Funati Kofa is not able to bring us together, then there is no need to be with Kofa. They are going in session under the gabble of Speaker Richard Nangekong. You saw Yega Koruba in session. So what are we talking here? Are we saying that the Liberian people why shouldn't it go on because of rule of law? And here is the point, Uriah. There is a political side of this. You may be aware that the House of Legislature is a political theater. Politicians are looking for the political will. And you will not be a president for the Republic of Liberia who want for your agenda to be achieved. Because if the government fails, remind you, no one is going to blame Musa Belete why the government failed. You know who takes the greater responsibility? It is the president, Ambassador Joseph Nyiman Boaka. Are you telling me that the budget that's supposed to develop our country, that's supposed to support our developmental agenda, should be given to Kofa and then be struck back in his office and no action, no passes? Are you saying as a politician, as a president of the Republic of Liberia, that's why you want us to understand And those people who come in saying rule of law, they are the wrong messenger. These were the same people who unlawfully impeach the chief judge, is an associate justice on the Supreme Court bench, to the extent that the case was taken to ECOWAS, and ECOWAS ruled them guilty. They told them to pay the damage. Under the 6 years, they were not able to pay a dime to cabinet damage. These are the same people who understand the work of the legislature, the House of Representatives. They understand that work, and they blind their eyes because they have the clear motive that once we fail for 6 years, this government needs to fail for 6 years. That's the only way they will find out where to power. These are the same people. So if I say accounting, I will come without numbers. So I am saying rule of law. That's why James Coler said, if you say you are a rule of law caucus, it's still not legitimate or illegitimate to get the salary that you did not work for. As a chairman of rule of law.
So should that so that mean they shouldn't all collect gas tape instead
of salary? Don't do it. Let the salary go to the government cover to develop. But you say you are a rule of law caucus, and that thing you know that you didn't work for, you taking it. Is it not injustice to the people he's serving?
All right. So that's it.
What are we saying here?
That's it, folks. This is the talking point, and we will not give you the callers the opportunity to call and make your point. Be straight to the point, and let's move on. 07777 is the number to put you through. 07777 To all of you that are on the Facebook page, I believe we pinned the number on the screen, and you can call on it and making your point very, very shortly. 07777 997. 07777 997 is the number to put you through. Let's take some comments as we await the caller's view. We're gonna say, can I ask your studio guest if he knows about the rule of the house that speaks to the election of their speakership? And Abbott Yakpa say, when you want to balance equation of our discussion, you sometimes need to look for natural guest speaker instead of bringing Unity Party co-youth chair. So that's it. We have a very first caller. All right, we lost this call. 07777 997 07777 997 is the number to put you through. Call and make a point here this afternoon. 07777 997 is the number to put you through. 07777 997. Call as you listen to our studio guests. I don't know what's going on with this phone. 07777 997 is the number to put you through. Call and let's discuss the issue. Hello, caller. Good afternoon, caller. Please put a bit of strength in your voice and let us know your name and where you call from. Yeah, let's hear you. Your name? Moses Kona? All right, 40. Let's hear you, Chief. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 0777777 Folded from Gompa, making his contribution here this afternoon. 0777777. Good afternoon, caller. Paul, welcome to the talking point this afternoon. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much for this show. You see, Honorable Musa Benite, other people when the election was going on here, but to stand up, some of them when they tell him, and they vote here when I lie. But the only thing I want to tell him is the nation is the Musa Benite, the month that was cut down for our Palestinian bonds, everything, all of those places, Musa got money. Then try to replace the money. Any amount that was invested, then add it up. Or else, we're going to write a letter of impeachment. When you finish it, if you call for by-election to come, by-election will come. Then try to wait for now to next month. Thank you.
Let's talk to the next caller. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Spirit and Gondo, the son of 57.
Yeah, let's hear you, Chief.
Sometimes it baffles me as to guess that it comes to enlightening people and speaking of the host of rent.
Yeah.
It's quite unfortunate that the guests you have in studio have not tell us why is Musa Benite not representing us, because the representative is representing us at that level, upholding the rule of law, making sure that we have a society that respects standards, guidelines, and rules that are then established by institutions. Like he was trying to figure out that why we should pay Musa, the rep. There is no dysfunction at that point, because our law says if the representative is against any rule of at the lower house, you will be suspended, and suspension are not taking place. And if he not conformity with CIT law, his salary will be withheld. None of those have happened, but yet he sits in the studio and say we should like seriously. And this is the challenge that we face in our country. People who do not seems to not have no knowledge or little knowledge on something, they just come and becomes the expert. Quite challenging for our countrymen. Wow.
Thank you so much for being a part, Iri. Let's talk to the next caller. Hello, caller.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon, sir. Your name and where you call from?
G. Milton, calling from Banga City, Bon Campus.
Milton, welcome to Talking Point.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for Chris for the information that you are giving. I think the director knows the issue and you know how the people working in the house there. And in fact, on the day they backing someone who cannot back himself. People need someone who comes against you. You have not rejected one, and you have not said anything about one. Then you say that the illegally working. Where the illegally can came from? If somebody has something comes against you, and you are not persuaded or you are not convinced anybody about rejecting one. For the information that you have given to the people. Thank you very much for your show.
Thank you so much. Let's talk to the next caller. Good afternoon, caller. Baptist Africa.
Hello?
Hello, Chief. You live.
Yeah, thank you. This is Sarah Eugenia.
Baptist Africa, welcome.
It's a pleasure. I appreciate it. And let me say thanks to Chris in studio. He deliberated very, very well, straight to the point. I mean, said almost everything that needs to be said. But then I heard my own dear friend and brother, Mr. Eric Gono, asking why Chris is putting the point that Mr. Benite and others should not be paid because they're not working, right? They're not working. Their rule saying if you stay out of section for 2 weeks without excuse, I mean the House can take actions against you. Even without the action of the House of Representatives, they themselves are aware that they are not going to session. They are not doing the work for which they were elected. If you look on the certificate that came from NET to Mr. Billy, it says he was elected as representative of District 7 Nimba County. It did not say he was elected as representative of Punati Kofa. So he has gone there to work for and on behalf of the people of District number 30. So to say that you're not recognizing Richard Nambekum is even pretentious. It is an unrealistic statement. What is recognition in their dictionary? If you say you're not recognizing this man, in other words, it means you are not coming under his jurisdiction or authority. But these guys have recognized Punati in many ways, in many different ways. Yesterday, for example, in section disability staff, the sergeant has armed, killing and called the session to order. There was roll call, he answered present. The presiding officer there was Richard Nambekum, the answer present. Even beyond that, when the agenda was read and there was a motion for adoption to use the agenda, and they were asked for their readiness to vote, he said he was unready. He raised his hand. Who recognized him? It was Richard Nambekum. Was it Punati Kopa who recognized him yesterday to speak in session? No. So what the hypocrisy is about? That's it. At one point you go, you sit, you raise your hand, the man you say is not a speaker, the man you say you're not recognizing. The man you raise your hand, the man say, yeah, you speak. Then you speak. Then you come and the other say, even though I raise my hand right now, the very man recognize me to speak in keeping with the rules of the law, but I'm recognizing to be speaker. That's complete hypocrisy, right? If they say they are rule of law caucus and they are not going to work, the first thing you should realize is that their absence from session is not stopping the legislature from working. The legislature continues to do the work of the Liberian people. Right. What their absence continue to do, for example, in the case of District number 7, what the absence of Mr. Ability continues to do to the people of District 7 is that our voice will disappear from the legislative flow. What it has done that is affecting us now is that we were not heard during the budget hearing. We said it, we raised the issue, we called on the radio, we wrote it on Facebook page, we wrote open letter, we posted that normal for the citizens to call them to go to session, they refused. Consequently, today, we are crying, he is crying that the budget of the system reduced. So where the budget that reduced that he's talking about, where it came from? Who passed it? Who presided over the passage? All right. So it's just hypocrisy.
Sorry, thank you so much.
And what we can say is that, look, equal work, equal pay. You're not saying what 7, the you was saying CSA will withhold your pay. Yes, they can withhold Mr. Ability's pay. He's not a civil 7. He is an elected official in different branches of government that the president can't even hold a pay. The people that can hold a pay are his colleagues and the guys that rules there. But his absence affecting everything disrespecting. Even if there are serious emergencies here, who will play at the level of the legislature, especially on the floor of the House of Representatives. So the only way we can be heard in disrespect now is to pass through the House of Senate.
All right, thank you so much.
Let us keep flagging it as Chris is doing, as others are doing. Let him do that is what he wanted so clearly, that is what he campaigned for. He got it work. Let him go and do it and forget about Fonati. We did not send him to represent Fonati.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah. Let's talk to the next caller. Hello.
How are you doing, Ivan?
I'm fine. Nime, where have you joined us from?
Yes, I'm Morris Bennett, candidate for the Capital Nation Service.
Morris, thank you so much. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much for your show this afternoon. And what I want for the studio guests and others to understand in legislative function, Honorable Musa Hassan Berete working diligently at the House of Representatives.
now let's just say, for example, during their inauguration, they swear on an oath to uphold the rules of this country, all of the law of this country, and we are seeing it today. They have been attempted, and they're in the standard of protecting our rules and regulations, and our law must be restored. And that is the least that yes, a lawmaker should do. Because if you see today, the election is in the House of Representatives. Fanaticofa were elected, and now they remove it unconstitutionally. Can we sit down and say, yes, since the people take their thing, let them continue on it? If nobody in the house to advocate for our democracy, where are we heading to? The man of family is duty, and he's working the interests of the district, and he's representing the district as well. When it comes to infrastructure development, when it comes to representing the district at the 55th legislature, and he's performing everything. But man, that must be weird. That president stuff would take cheap propaganda all over around the place. It will not help us. Honorable Mayor, doing your thing. And the people of district number 7, no. So that few group of people, the mother go and sit down somewhere and just discuss something among themselves to say that would say this on radio for them to give relevant. That will not stop. Let's all embrace the idea what Honorable Musa Bese is doing, and that of the rules of law focus to maintain our democracy, our constitutional rights should be made. That should be that's the key. And we need them to continue until our democracy be rebel now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maurice. Let's talk to this caller. Good afternoon, caller. All right, we lost this call. 7777777. We take few calls. We are already out of time. Hello, caller.
How you doing?
I'm very okay. And Nimba, where have you joined us from? Welcome, Chief. Let's hear you.
Thank you, sir. Let me ask you another question. You know, I'm listening to the discussion critically. Very much to understand when it comes to the principle is adopted by the lawmaker. One thing I want to put upon us is that the representatives that is responsible for in our budget. For the start of the when money is allotted to the country has also apportioned the development within the district. If we were to offer lottery and other development within the country will determine within the country. So I don't want people to start using policy to fix the matter. As far as I can say is that if there is one that is ready for the country, that is going to put some money for all the rest of the rest of the ground go on. Instead of accusing somebody, because maybe one person need to answer when it comes to policy is different. What is saying in the lower up there should not be, it can be reflected here. Because it's policy they play among themselves. That's my constitution. The third is that why did not position number 7 will be given number 2 our citizens and the rest of the people.
Thank you so much, Talare.
Thank you.
All right, so we already have 2 minutes. Chris, you can adjust yourself to the caller's view within the 2 minutes, and then we see how best we can wrap up. It's up to you.
All right, so thank you, Uriah Goa, and let me say thanks to those who call and those who try to call what I call didn't come true. So just begin with is my uncle Talare from Menta.
Yeah, let me get some comments so that you will also address. It says so the guest is encouraging our citizens to be law because of his against the honorable upholding our constitution and the rules that govern them is embarrassing. Honorable, please do what you were elected to do. And of course, in say again, I just mentioned ways that pay can be withheld. Cyrus, the honorable man, is working on our behalf to uphold our laws of our land. He's just upholding the oath he took for which he was elected. All right, so he listen to that.
So like I said, beginning with is our Uncle Talari from Empire. You know, I respect everyone's view on the show because that call for democracy. But to say that a representative is not responsible for budget allocation to his or her constituency, then what are your oversight responsibility? The adequate representation where it is. So we are saying representative is responsible to advocate for what would benefit his or her constituency. The money you're talking about where the country administration presides over, it is a social development fund, not a national cake. The national cake is presided over by the National House of Legislature. So how can you come and tell me a representative is not responsible for budget allocation? Yes, indeed, Uncle, a representative is responsible for budget allocation to his or her district. So I hope that answers your question. To Mr. Bedity, you know, people with this name, if they say such, we know where they're coming from. He claimed that we want to get relevant. I don't need to have Mr. Bedity, or Bedity discussion before I get relevant. We are discussing issues that are affecting our district. We are straight to the point. I am saying, Mr. Bedity, Honorable Bedity, not going to session is affecting the people of electoral district number 7. One key example I said is our budget that was cut down because there was nobody to stand in the gap to advocate on behalf of district number 7. That consequence is with the health workers. That will affect our old lady that's sitting way in Losakia that's supposed to have adequate medication. Why are we pretending here? We shouldn't be pretending. I think we should be the one being bold to our representative, telling him the fact that legislative politics work with numbers. You don't have the numbers in your favor. You don't just have. Go to work. If there is any issue, I am begging, push that issue through the legislative flow. If you have that ability, you will make that happen. But to sit on the fence and think that you will talk on radio for the people to post on Facebook for the people to follow your comment, you are joking. So let all of us advise our representative, let him go to session, let he work in the interest of the people of district number 7, not his own interest. Because I understood that he pursuing to be a speaker, but I don't know. That's a different discussion. So to my big brother, Eric Gunner, when you say the war against somebody, I think it's an overstatement. I'm not against honorability. I want person who respect democracy. Election is a seasonal thing. It comes and goes. And when it comes, another person becomes, whosoever that wins the election becomes our leader. The stipulated time is given to you 6 years. So we recognize him as the representative. I'm not against him. I'm not telling him because he's representing us that he need to go to work. Somebody talk about, the thing gonna talk about holding the rule of law. The rule of law holding that you have been out for more than 3 weeks in session. What have been the benefit? What have been the trickle-down effect on the district? Not you. You might have medicine, you might have money to afford. You might have money when you get sick to go to Italy, but not the country people, not the people, not the old lady who sitting by Guawen, for example, my own town. They all depend on comprehensive before they get medication. That's why they stood on the sun, they stood in the ring and elected honorability to serve in their interest. to make sure that proper medication is given to comprehensive.
All right,
so that's the issue. So I just want to tell you thank you for hosting me. We'll continue to flag the issue and let people in the cycle. I want to let the people in the cycle of Mr. Benedict to know that it is sometimes good to tell the leader the fact. Don't mind that you are with that leader. And when you say things, there will be consequences. Tell the leader the truth. Who is still advising the leader? Who is still advising Mr. Benedict? Mr. Benedict, they need to tell him to go to work. If you have any issue, let him put it through the floor, fight on the floor. If you have the majority on your side, remove written language, be speaker. Liberian people, business will go on. But to stand out, nothing is happening. The business of the Liberian people are going on. But you know why it's not going on, Uriah? It is the business of district number 7. So we are saying, please go to work. We don't want to come to a point where we hear that our representative is suspended, our representative is expelled. No, we want him to have a job for the 6th year. 2029, whosoever that want to contest will come and contest. Like the CDC, who talking today that somebody mentioned about Unity Party chairman or this, that, come to studio. I have already said that politics is a seasonal thing, right? The citizens know that you got a capacity to win Unity Party with 2029. 2029 meant, boys will become men and girls will become women. And we all will go into the race. We'll set our goals. Whosoever that the public will buy the goods, it becomes the winner. Whosoever becomes the winner, we are winning the work. But at this time, this is governance stage. So let our representative go to work. Let him take the interest of the people serious, not the interest of Olanti Kofa. That's my point.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful time on talking.
Thank you. The name remains Chris Luoyea.
Thank you so much.
Reducing peace and security and socio-economic issues, but on in perspective on the talking point only on your favorite community radio station, right here in the section.
And yes, indeed, it was a wonderful, wonderful time on the talking point as we will be back fresh and ready on Monday, and we're going to be discussing a lot of issues. Next week, get prepared for the opinion pool. Will be on opinion pool next week. And we'll be hitting the issue. I want to say thanks to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time. All of you on the Facebook page. My man Printers Non-Dua is also following. I love to say happy Valentine's Day to all of us. We can share with our families, our loved ones. And of course, it was a wonderful time being in your company. It was a pleasure to be on Talking Point from the beginning of this week to today's Friday. I love to say thanks to all of you for your support, your inner support and contribution. Dexin Danga, the rest of the guys, Printers Non-Dua. I want to say thanks to all of you, gentlemen. It's been a wonderful day. And Baba been incredible, Uriah Gua Jr. on this edition of Talking Point. And I would love to say, always be yourself. Always be a good example to your society. Always be the person that people will always boast of. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time. Bye-bye and have a wonderful, wonderful good evening.
Regarde ici, on voit là-dessus.